Todd Terrill, Superintendent of Crown Point Schools, and today we are at Taft Middle School for our next edition of Super Things.
Good morning, Chris. What's going on, Noah? Come on in, Julia.
Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see today in your classroom.
So today their students are beginning some turtle models that will be going through. They're based off realistic sea turtles. There's 8 different species, and they're going to correctly identify them based on their characteristics so they can record the data.
Why sea turtles?
Sea turtles is because it's the activity that we currently have. It's a really good one because sea turtles are endangered right now, and so it kind of brings some information. I have some other information they can read about with the sea turtles. That way they can, when they're done identifying them, they can learn more about them and hopefully try to save some in the future.
Survive to adulthood, in part due to numerous predators on the beach. Emerging in large numbers increases the chance that some will survive.
So tell us about how you got to this point in your curriculum. What are the lead-up activities that help the kids prepare to actually go in and classify sea turtles today?
Absolutely. So we start off with some notes as always. You got to get the information, say the correct vocabulary. And then we went in, we've been practicing dichotomous keys. So a dichotomous key is a list of questions that you're going to simply ask or go through. And if you answer one question, it brings you to another question. If you answer another question, it brings you to another one. Eventually you get to a name of that species, so you've correctly identified them. And it's always based off their characteristics for the species. Our goal is to collect information over the sea turtle population so we can hopefully stop them from becoming endangered, right? We can track the numbers, see do they need more help than some other species because some are more endangered than other ones.
Tell me about science class today. What did we see in there and what do you really like about that?
In science class today, we learned all about the sea turtles, and I got to learn all about how you can tell the different species of sea turtles in the wild.
So that's the center line, right, of the posterior?
That one right there.
I think,
The
maybe.
middle, the middle. Like that, do you see it? Yeah. So yes.
Do you like science?
Yeah, I do like science because we do like hands-on experiments and classifications like we're doing today and all that kind of thing.
So do you have some experiments that you like better than others?
I like doing like more of the chemistry kind of side of things, like using chemicals and powders and that kind of thing.
So tell us about what we saw in the class today.
So we are classifying organisms, and today we're doing that with the sea turtles. And we basically just looked at all the sea turtles. We identified if they were flat back or green, and if they had larger medial scutes than the outer scutes, and we just put that together.
So now we're at this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many lateral scutes are there?
How does this help prepare kids and hopefully spark interest for possibly other courses that they may take at the high school or even careers beyond that?
Absolutely. So first off, classification always helps us just to organize and communicate information. So whether it's about sea turtles or tennis shoes, you're going to be able to classify these things and help communicate some information based off those. So this one actually leads into biology for next year. They do have a classification section where they're going to be going through and classifying different species. This will work us into a project later this year for my class. We'll work on this week where they're going to be choosing a species to go through and start classifying themselves. So that's how it leads on to more biology classes.
Hope you learned a thing or two about sea turtles today. Thanks for joining us at Taft Middle School for another edition of Super Things.